Okay, here we go again. It was interesting to see how you worked on the concept of theme. Some of you obviously didn't read those pages carefully because some of you confused the idea of theme and moral, and the moral of the story. The pages that I asked you to read that went into theme made it very specific that theme and moral aren't the same thing. So some of you had a problem with it because theme takes more than a single word. It is a statement or a couple of statements. If you want to look at Tamika's essay, I referred to a couple of statements that she made that capsulized the theme in two stories quite well. So if you don't really get what theme is, take a look at Tamika Boyd's. She just put it up, actually, I think today. But I read it and corrected it. Anyway, okay, so moving on. Overall, with short stories, you've done a nice job. And it's time to move on because there's more to understanding literature and being introduced to literature than just reading short stories. So we're moving on from there. We're moving in a direction that might be a little bit of a surprise to you, okay? Because we are not reading a novel. We are moving into what's referred to as a graphic autobiography. And here is the graphic autobiography. I wonder when you read this if you'll get it backwards, the way that I'm seeing it in the camera. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. When I say a graphic autobiography, let me show you what it looks like. See, it's all graphics. It's like a comic book. The whole work is like this, okay? It's 153 pages long, and it is not a novel. It is telling the story of a girl from about age 6 up to about age 14 and the things that she went through in her life in Iran in the 1970s and early 1980s. It was a tumultuous world. We get a real inside view. We see, we've all of us have wondered about women wearing veils. We get a view in here of why that happened, how that happened, why Islamic women have to wear veils. Well, that's gone into in here in detail. So it's really a fascinating work, and it's an easy to read work. But I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to say in this video before you even start to read it, okay? You are not going to write a summary of this, okay? You are not going to delve into character development, and you're not going to develop into, setting particularly, although setting is undoubtedly part of this, but that's not what we're all about this time. Again, we're looking for our essay with a minimum of 5 or 6 paragraphs minimum, and I want each paragraph to be well developed, not just a sentence or two, but I want you to go into detail. But here's what I want from you when you do your assignment this week, okay? I want you to tell me your reactions to 4 different parts that I'm going to give you on this video. Okay, I want you to break it down this way. So write an introductory paragraph, leading into the work itself. I keep wanting to call it a novel, and it's not a novel. It's an autobiography. It's the author is the narrator, and it is true story stuff. So this is unlike when we delved into narrators and we said the narrator and the author are not the same. This is autobiography. In autobiography, the narrator is the author, and the author is talking about himself, or in this case, herself. Okay, so Again, I am looking for you to monitor your feelings. Kind of keep track of what you're thinking and what you're feeling as you read this. I want you to, in a sense, become one with what you are reading, because a part of reading is being able to be actually involved in it. So I want you not necessarily to put yourself in this person's place, but react almost as if you know this person, so that you can have personal feelings about Marjane Sartori, Satrapi, Marjane Satrapi, or feelings about her, feelings about the other people, okay? And I want you to then, after your introductory paragraph, capsulize the feelings that you find within yourself as you go through pages 1 through 39, okay? React to those pages. So after you read those pages, take the time to write what you're thinking, feeling, wondering, caring about during those pages. Then pages 40 through 79, again, tell what's going on inside you, okay? Inside you. Don't talk about this thing as an abstract work. I want your reactions to it. You may really get angry with some people. You may get angry with Marjane Satrapi's father. You may get angry with her mother. But, her father at times seems like a bit of a wuss, okay? What he's really concerned about, I think, is keeping his family alive. But you may think he's a wuss, and that's okay. Be willing to say that, and be willing to tell why, and be willing to come up with examples. So put yourself in her place, and as much as you can, and be honest with your personal reactions. So we have pages 1 through 39, then another reaction for pages 40 through 79, a third reaction, so another paragraph from pages 80 through 117, and then another separate paragraph. So this would probably be your fifth paragraph. Introduction is your first paragraph. Pages 1 through 39, your reaction is your second paragraph. Pages 40 through 79, your third paragraph. Pages 80 through 117, your fourth paragraph. Pages 118 through the end of the book, which is 153, your fifth paragraph. Okay, and then wrap it all up in a paragraph at the end. So you really do need a minimum of 6 paragraphs and develop each one. Now, I'm giving you basically 2 weeks to do this. This isn't going to be due until November 9, okay? So, you have time to do some reading and reacting and writing, and then some more reading and reacting and writing. And again, we're looking basically at a comic book, okay? That's how the whole thing works. So it's not going to take you a long time to read, but you can't just blow through it because this stuff does involve some time. Realistically, it will probably take you between an hour and a half and 2 hours to read through this if you read through it pretty smoothly, pretty steadily, pretty thoughtfully, and carefully. Okay, it really shouldn't take you any longer than that. So it's not, it's going to be less time overall, actually, than you would spend normally in 2 weeks. But I wanted to give you time to do this. Again, the book should be on reserve in the library, Persepolis, okay? And it should be available on our bookstore. Some of you may have gotten it because I told you about this 3 weeks ago and a week ago. Some of you may have gone to Amazon or your local library for the book, okay? But again, you have a couple of weeks to get this together. Persepolis, again, pages 1 through 39, 40 through 79, 80 through 117, and 118 through 153, okay? Your question for this week is this: whether you're a man or a woman, would you want to have been a woman in Iran during these times? And briefly, no more than a sentence or two, why? Yes or no? Okay? Email me those. Everybody. Okay? And have a good week. 2 weeks.